welcome back to the Fighters Eye podcast. Yesterday we broke down UFC Noche with my friend Mike. Shout out Mike. And not gonna break down the whole Canelo versus Terrance Crawford card, but I'm gonna break down the main event because I'm really interested in it. I'm not like big with the boxing fights. I'm a boxer, but I'm not big with it's like, oh this fight. Like, every once in a while, like a Tank versus Jake Paul, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, or like something like a Nui versus whoever, like Ryan Garcia versus Tank, something like that. The big fights, everybody's like, oh, like, everybody talks about, gets you more hyped. This is one of those situations. Canelo, Crawford, two of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. Crawford undefeated, Canelo a living legend, the best Mexican boxer in history, in my opinion. So I'm gonna break down the fight, just the main event. Yeah, I might break. I'll break down the co-main too because Callum Walsh is pretty interesting. So I'll break down the co-main and the main. So yeah, let's get into it. Co-main event: Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr. Big fight for Callum Walsh. No disrespect to him, but I think he has had favorable matchups. Dana White is big on him. Dana White has him signed. King Callum Walsh, 14-0 from Ireland, having this big come up, a champion, and his last fight, June 21st, a decision technical. There was a cut caused by a headbutt. Fight was stopped prematurely. And it's kind of like, bro, what happens in those later rounds? So his last fight, I think it did leave a sour taste in his mouth. Before that, he headlined two cards, Walsh versus Sutherland and Walsh versus Ruowski. He made light work of them. I knew he would. I just knew he was going to come out there, put on a show, and if he did it, would have been a bad look. He did. He looked really good. Knocked him out. I mean, like, he's a fucking monster, dude. Sorry. But he's a good prospect. He's good for Ireland. Great for Irish boxing. Obviously, we have Katie Taylor for the female side, but my computer will load. There we go. But Callum Walsh for the men. Big Irish prospect. He's fighting Fernando Vargas Jr. This is going to be a good fight. Fernando Vargas Jr., if Callum Walsh can stop him, he's world championship material. Fernando Vargas Jr. has fought some really good comp. Jesse Gonzalez, not. I mean, look, bro. Vargas has only had 17 fights. You fighting, what's his name? Jesse Gonzalez, less than a year ago, as your 15th fight was good. Then he headlines, gets a round 4 KO. Again, in boxing, there's not a lot of early knockouts. Round 4 is early. A headline, I'm assuming it would be 12 rounds then if he's headlining. So he's really good, bro. He's really, really good. And I believe he was meant to fight on something. Hold on. Yeah, he was meant to fight on ICS, which my gym runs. So that's actually cool. But yeah, Vargas is really good, bro. Vargas is really good. A lot of knockouts. Callum Walsh has a lot of knockouts. Um Callum Walsh minus 330 is a bit surprising. I'd understand minus 210, minus like maybe even 280. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, he has the hype. But this fight will be a scrap. This fight will be a scrap. 10 3-minute rounds. I would like to see this 12, to be honest. I'd like to see this 12 rounds. They both have hype. They both have big prospects. Let them run that 12 rounds. Alvarez Fernandez Jr., or sorry, Vargas Jr., King Callum Walsh. It's a scrap. You know what I mean? Callum Walsh has a decent jab. He's a sniper. He can snipe and he can fight in the pocket. 72-inch reach. I believe Vargas. I would assume Vargas has a longer reach. I'd have to check though. Oh no, they're the same reach. Oh wow. Yeah, Vargas looks a lot taller, a lot longer than Callum Walsh does. To be completely transparent. I mean, yeah, Vargas 28, Callum Walsh 24. Yeah. Callum Walsh is an inch taller, bro. Maybe Vargas isn't that tall. I could swear he was taller. But tricky fight. I could see Vargas taking it late. I could see Vargas taking it late, taking the later rounds, maybe split decision. Vargas maybe ekes it out. Um, Listen, man, Vargas is hard. He's decent body shots. His head work, his head movement, I should say, is decent. Callum Walsh's head movement is pretty decent as well. It's a tricky fight. It's a tricky fight. This is by far the biggest fight for Callum Walsh and for Vargas Jr. Callum Walsh is a big prospect again. Dana White loves him. Fans of boxing like him. He dates Tabitha Ricci, a female UFC fighter. So if Vargas can come out here beat him, it launches his career to a whole nother universe. I'm gonna go Callum Walsh though. I'm gonna go Callum Walsh by decision. I'm gonna say a 7 rounds to 3 rounds decision for Callum Walsh. Co-maining the Crawford Canelo card. I think he knows this is the biggest opportunity he can get. You cannot get on a bigger card. Tank versus Jake is not bigger card. Trying to think what else big fights. An Usyk card is not bigger. The Inui card that happens the day after this is not bigger. The like a David Benavidez card is not bigger. A Bivol card is not bigger. This is the biggest fight in boxing, Canelo versus Crawford, and it will be for years. Callum Walsh co-main is huge. Same for Vargas. Um, I think Callum Walsh just has the more momentum. I think he's fought I think he has fought the better competition. I mean, Vargas has been fighting on more regional like shows, but he's going out there and dusting them. Even if he's not knocking them out in round 1 or round 2 like Callum Walsh is, he's just outpointing them and then sleeping them. So he is a dangerous test. I gotta go Callum Walsh. I think Callum Walsh is just better. I do think he has more power. I think I think he has more time in the game left. I think he has the better team, the better supporters, the better promoters, and I don't think he's overhyped. I know some people are like Callum Walsh is funny, but good. He's overhyped. Dana White, why are you glazing him? Glaze somebody like a Nui, team up with somebody like Rolly Romero, someone bigger. But I get it. Callum Walsh is a prospect you want to invest in. I wouldn't throw money on him. Minus 330. You're not going to earn much from that. If anything, Vargos could be live late in the rounds, I think. Um, I've seen Callum Walsh lose later rounds when he's there. I've seen him have an eeky round. I've seen him get dropped. He has been dropped. So there's danger with Vargos, dude. There's danger with Vargos. I'm tempted to say Vargos can take it late. Um, but I think Callum Walsh has got this. I think this is a good fight for Callum Walsh. Um, I think it is a favorable fight, but I think it's also we see it all the time in MMA and boxing. People get set up to win and they end up losing. It happens. It's combat sports. Anybody can win on any given day. And Vargos could win again, but I just think Callum Walsh is smarter. I think he understands this moment, and I think he understands if he loses a lot more than if Vargos loses because of the hype Callum Walsh has, because the promoting Callum Walsh has, because the opportunities he's getting. I think he's gonna eke it out 7 rounds to 3. But don't be surprised if this fight is an insane high paced. They crack each other. Vargos drops Walsh at some point. Walsh wobbles him back. That type of just stand and bang. Little technical every once in a while, but they come to scrap and give the fans their money worth. I think that could be this type of fight. But I gotta count Walsh. I think he's just better. Um, yeah, I mean, Vol- I will say this: Walsh does rush in sometimes. So Virgo, if he's rushing this jab 1 2, see he could do that. And if Colin Walsh is able to, stay grounded, don't rush in swinging those hooks. He's done it against lesser opponents, so it does work. But something like Vargos, you could get sniped. He could run right into an overhand, run right into an uppercut lead hook combo. But Callum Walsh got a pretty decent chin. He hasn't been dropped, but he got right back up. He's only been dropped once, and when he did, it was like just caught off balance. He jumped right back up, and he still knocked the dude out like right after a round or two after. So yeah, give me Walsh. I like him. He's cool. I'm excited to see him fight. I haven't seen him fight before. I've watched back his fights, but I've never watched one of his fights live. And yeah, I think Callum Walsh will get it done. 7 rounds to 3. That was a lengthy breakdown. This is boxing. I'm trying to really give a more lengthy breakdown because it's only 2 fights, and I'm trying to get the videos worth. So yeah, but yeah, main event: Canelo Alvarez versus Terrance Bud Crawford. Canelo the champion, Crawford the challenger. Crawford 41-0, Canelo 63 2-2. Oh, bro, why is my mouse not working? There we go. Before I say who I think is gonna win, I'm gonna name off the opponents of each. So Canelo, his past opponents: Edgar Berlanga, Jamie Munguia, John Ryder, Triple G, Dimitri Bivol, Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G again, Triple G again. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Liam Smith, Amir Khan, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley, Ryan Rhodes, like Matthew Hatton, Jose Miguel Cotto. Trying to think early in his career. Michel Rosales. I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, bro, he's fought William Skull his last fight. I mean, Jamal Charlo. He's fought every fucking buddy. He's fought a fucking murderer's row and a half. Terrance Crawford, his past opponents. Israel Madarov. I don't know how to say his name, but yeah. Errol Spence Jr., Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Jose Benavidez Sr., Felix Diaz, Julius Indongio. I feel like I killed his name, but yeah. John Molina Jr., Henry Lundy. I mean, he's fought decent comp, bro. Ricky Burns, Andre Kilimov, Hardy. Bro, I don't know how to say people's names. I'm actually so bad at pronouncing names. Pardes. I feel like I killed the name. And just Rios. I mean, he's fought really good comp, bro. He has David Advingisan. I don't know how to fucking say his name. But yeah, I mean, he's fought decent comp. But I think Canelo's competition's way better than what Crawford's fought. But Canelo's been in the game a lot longer. Canelo made his pro debut at like early 2000s, dude. He made his professional debut, if I can find it. If I can find it. If we're going based off what Tapology says, he made his pro debut 2005, October 29, 2005. Terrance Crawford made his professional debut March 14th, 2008, and got a 26-second knockout in his debut. He's fought for ages, bro. Canelo's been in this game for 2 decades. I mean, and I'll say this, Crawford's last performance wasn't the most impressive. Canelo's last performance, damn sure was not impressive. It's a tough fight. I know people that are riding with Canelo, and I completely understand. I know people that are riding with Crawford. I completely understand. I know people that just want to see the fight and they love both and they can't pick a winner. I understand. My original lean was Canelo by KO, and because Crawford is coming up multiple weight classes. He's older. He's 37. He's older than Canelo. Canelo hits hard, but the same height. Crawford has a 3.5 inch advantage. And boxing, inches matter way more in MMA than in MMA and kickboxing. Inches matter in boxing. Canelo is the favorite. Crawford, you know what's funny? Crawford was the favorite and then went and stayed as the underdog. He was the original favorite, which I thought was interesting. But I mean, bro, he turns 38, or yeah, turns 38 in less than a month. Canelo just really turned 35 like 7 weeks ago. He's fought these bigger weight classes. Canelo's fought the harder hitters, the taller guys, the stockier guys. He's fought the world champions, like the more world champions. But the performance Crawford put on Errol Spence a little over 2 years ago is iconic. It is one of the greatest performances we have seen in years and years and years in boxing. He beat Errol Spence from round 2 on, pillar to post, battered him, dropped him, bloodied him. He destroyed him. And I can think of times Canelo's outboxed. He outboxed Jamie Munguia. He outboxed Edgar Berlanga. He outworked William Skull. That was a terrible fight. He outboxed John Ryder. Edgar Berlanga isn't that good. William Skull. I mean, Edgar Berlanga is decent. He's not a world beater. William Skull is not a world beater. John Ryder is not a world beater. Jamie Munguia, that's a decent win in my opinion. Jamal Charlo. It was a weird fight. I'm not gonna say it was a bad win. It was a weird fight overall. It was kind of boring. But and this might be a hot take, but I thought Canelo was down on the scorecards against Caleb Plant before he knocked him out. The last time I can think Canelo battered somebody and beat him was Billy Joe Saunders back in 2021, which So May 8th, 2021, over 4 years ago. Crawford's had 2 fights in 2 years. So Crawford, all right, but Canelo's strength of schedule again is better. Like they have their own advantages. Crawford has fought one, two, three. He's fought 5 times since November 14th, 2020. Since November 14th, 2020, Canelo has fought November 14th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 times. Almost like it's over double, almost triple the amount of times Crawford has fought. But sometimes longer layups help. Maybe your body just needs to recover. Again, Crawford is older. I know he went through some stuff, an injury, I believe, something like that. He had some stuff going on. But Saul Canelo Alvarez will test Crawford's chin. He will test Crawford's head movement. He will test how Crawford handles pressure. He will test Crawford in adversity. He will be the most difficult fight Crawford will have in his career. After this, before this is the fight that defines legacy for Crawford. If Canelo wins, it's another big win on the belt. He keeps the belts. It's great. He's still a legend. He still proves why he's the best Mexican boxer in history. If Crawford wins this, he is a pound for pound GOAT. He is pound for pound number one in the sport. He moves up all these weight classes, takes all these belts from Canelo, beats somebody that beats a dude whose last losses are Bivol and Mayweather. Them two. Mayweather is a GOAT. I he's not my GOAT, but he's second place. He is the second place GOAT in my opinion. Bivol is a world beater. He's out here having wars with better BF, who hits like a truck, who tanks these massive punches, who is an elite IQ when it comes to the ring. Canelo's ring general, his ring IQ is amazing. The way he cuts off the ring, the way he's able to work you in the corner, the body shots, the timing, it's impeccable. Like it's so hard to replicate and it's so hard to train for. Plus, he had Boots Ennis in his camp, who is a dude that can imitate Crawford like maybe nobody else. Boots Ennis and Crawford are alike in so many ways. And I don't know if we don't know who Crawford had in his camp. We don't know if Crawford's had somebody that fights just like Canelo. We don't know. But what we do know is Ennis gave Canelo a black eye. And the rumor is they worked 3 rounds and Canelo quit. And I saw, if you guys know who Showbiz is, shout out Showbiz. He's my favorite boxing content creator. I saw him say something in his YouTube video last night. Y'all, if y'all do boxing, you would understand. Y'all know when you spar somebody and one of y'all get whooped, you guys get worked, and how after you're super nice to the person. I don't know. I've had to do it because I got whooped in sparring, but like you get whooped and then you start dabbing them up hella. You start trying to like joke with them, make hella convo. They'll leave the gym. You're like bye, and then you'll say something else to keep them there. You're hella nice. Canelo was doing that with Boots. Boots tried to leave the gym like 4 times. Canelo would say bye and they go ha 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 and try to bring him back over and then the answers would stay. It gives me the vibe that Canelo kind of got worked. I'm sure it was great work for Ennis. Ennis has his own fight coming up. He's in camp, but it does, bro. And I think Crawford is better than Ennis. I think most people can agree that. And Crawford still does have power. He has good power in his hands. He doesn't have like if you guys have seen Canelo knockouts, Canelo's knockouts are nasty. Like early in his career, they were filthy. Crawford recently, he's been able to drop people. He's been able to batter people, stop people, obviously with Errol Spence, but he's not been able to stiffen somebody. I think the last time he stiffened somebody was when he was like, I forget who, but his corner was like, "Oh, you're down on the scorecards," and then he went out in there and absolutely slumped them out cold. Sean, oh, it was Sean Porter. That was like his last, like, damn, that I can remember. But I mean, also like Errol Spence, bro, he put a beating on him. It's a difficult fight. I literally think it's 50-50. Like I'm going Crawford though. I have to. I have to go against my gut. I love Canelo. I think he is an all-time great. I think he is undoubtedly, unarguably, undisputed the greatest Mexican boxer of all time. But his last opponents are like, bro, I'm gonna get into somebody else in a second. But William Skull. Nobody wanted that fight. Not one person was like, fight William Skull. You did, and you should have been able to stop him. Genuinely respect. You should have been able to stop him. Edgar Berlanga, he just fought somebody else and got absolutely battered in 5 rounds. You easily should have been able to stop him. That's no disrespect to Edgar Berlanga. I'm kind of a fan, but he is annoying. But like, you should have been able to stop him. Jimmy Mongia, I'll give you that. He got a good chin. He's got some good wins as well. He's durable. He can hit hard. Jamal Charlo, the Jamal Charlo that showed up, you should have been able to stop. There's no questions about it. The Charlos are ducking Caleb Plant. They won't fight him. I forget which one. It might be Jamal. One of the Charlos don't want to fight Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant would probably smoke him. But like, John Ryder, you should have been able to finish. So Skull, Berlinga, Charlo, and Ryder, you all should have been able to get out there. And they're all high class boxers. They're pros. They're fighting Canelo. That's a big opportunity. That means you're elite. But you should have been able to stop them. No, if you're out here stopping Caleb Plant, you should be able to stop Edgar Berlanga. Just saying that. I think Crawford would stop Edgar Berlanga. I think so. I think Crawford would just batter him. I just think Crawford would would destroy him with fight IQ and just beat him. And Canelo, he outboxed him, but he did lose. Like, he didn't really lose any rounds, but he was getting kind of clipped. And he every little once in a while. Again, bro, Berlanga got cooked in his last fight. But as this is the biggest fight in boxing, it's Mexican Independence Day weekend. No disrespect, I've wanted this fight. Canelo, why are you ducking David Benavidez? Why? You always say anyone, anytime, any place. You learned English. You're funny when you talk shit in English. David Benavidez is funny with his shit talk. The build-up would be amazing. Way better than this promotion. This promotion was not good. It was annoying. It pissed me off. Why are you not fighting David Benavidez? I want to know. If you win this or lose this, David Benavidez should be next. He has a fight. I'm sure he's going to put that dude out. I forget who he's fighting, but he's fighting somebody a favorable matchup. But yeah, the one fight after this is David Benavidez for Canelo. There's really nobody else. Maybe a Bivol rematch, but I think Bivol would kind of beat him again. David Benavidez is the only dude left. Win or lose for Canelo, it's especially if he wins. If he wins, David Benavidez and retire, bro. That's all you need to do. You're out here talking about fighting Jake Paul. Fight Dave Benavidez. Fight the people we want to see, dude. We don't want to see Berlinga or William Skull or Jamie Munguia. We want to see David Benavidez. And that's besides the point, but I think Crawford has better fight IQ than Canelo. I think he starts. And Canelo's a slow starter, and Crawford really isn't. Like, he gets his reads for the first round, but after that, he's kind of like, all right, all right, all right, and touch you up a little. So I think Crawford will win the first couple rounds. 12-round fight. I originally did say a 10 to 2 round decision for Crawford. I was tripping. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why. I'm gonna go 8 rounds to 4 for Crawford. I think Crawford will lose the first, and then I think he'll come back, win these rounds, and then later, Canelo's pressure will start wearing on him. Crawford will start like, stay off me, and try to rip counters, and Canelo will be able to catch him. He'll be able to keep him off balance. He'll be able to keep him light on his feet. Fake the head, go to the body. Just kind of outmaneuver him with the. And Crawford's gonna be slower with the weight, added weight. But yeah, I think Crawford will get these rounds. I think Crawford is more efficient. I think he throws more output. I think he's more calculated with boxing combos. Canelo is now. He used to be a nasty combo worker. Now he's mostly throwing one punch, jab 1-2, jab overhand, uppercut lead hook, like maybe 3 punch. But he's mostly throwing 1 or 2 punches at a time. And he has slowed with the head movement. His head movement was a lot more elite. It used to be, but it comes with age. Crawford, and again, a long time off, so maybe the age weighs on him and the added weight. So I understand. I think Canelo should be the favorite going in. I got Crawford though. I've been a T Bud guy. I've been saying this for years. I love T Bud, and I think he's gonna shock the world. I think he's gonna beat Canelo. I think he's gonna take the belts, and I think he will go down as the best pound for pound fighter in the world right now and an all time great. If he wins, he's an all time great. I think he'll get it done, dude. I think he get it done, bro. The Just the way Canelo acted with the sparring and again it's sparring, they're not going all out. But bro, Boots gave you a black eye clear as day. Crawford can touch you if that's happening. I know Crawford can touch you if Boots is doing that to you in 3 rounds. and that's a big factor for me. So yeah, I got Crawford. I think it will be a fight of the year. I think it'll be an amazing fight. I think both are already legends. I think Crawford gets it done, boys. So yeah, give me Terrance Crawford. But yeah, I appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all watching. Let me know who you guys got for Callum Walsh and Canelo. I know some people don't care about Callum Walsh; they just care about Canelo Crawford. I get that. Yeah. So let me know what y'all think, and we will be live streaming the main event only, just Canelo Crawford. Nah, if I'm not busy for co-main, we'll do both. It's on Netflix. It's free. So we'll be live for UFC Noche, and then we'll go right from Noche to Canelo Crawford. I'll end stream, then start a new stream. So yeah, appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch y'all later.